Another week, another drop here on Animworks. Now, every single week, something new is happening, and every single week I tell you guys that a big drop is happening. This week is no different, and we have some big news. Now, I'm going to start with a small news. First and foremost, we got a few businesses asking us for more details and documentation and legals, etc. for Animworks, for all the rigs the creators make, courses, etc. So we now have a page dedicated to businesses, because at the bottom of the page, if you look down on the right, there's a bunch of documentation about terms of service, the EULA, and much more. So now we created a page that we're going to put in the main website right up top for businesses wanting to buy multiple licenses for either a plugin or a rig or getting a course, etc., etc. So feel free to check it out. If you know of anybody, a business that wants to do it, your studio is interested in actually getting it, please read it and then get in touch. I'm always looking out on the emails to make sure that we don't miss anything. We fix things quickly. So if you send an email, most likely it's going to get directed to me. I can answer to you any other questions that you might have and send you any other documentation that you might need for your business. Now, on to the big releases. This week is something special specifically for me, because you guys might not remember this, but about a year or two ago, I released a course called Motion Capture for Games. And for that specific course, I commissioned this rig called Nubian, a model plus rig. And only the people that actually took the course, which now is about 200 people, over 200 people that took the course, could have access to that rig. Now, we had two rigs. One was simple and straight out of the box, but it was not M gear based. And it was mainly so you could add mocap to it, because that rig was specifically made for the course. And then the other one was very much a Red 9 rig, which once again was actually geared towards mocap, but you had to have Red 9 in order to actually get the mocap. But the more we actually share the rig and some clips here and there, the more people ask, where can I get the rig? Can I get it somewhere? I want to animate it, and so on and so forth. So I partner up with Emilio Serrano, which is an incredible rigger. Like, to me, he's one of the best riggers out there, and we set out to work on this rig for Nubian. And I kid you not when I say this must be one of the most complex rigs out there right now today, because Emilio went ham on this rig and added absolutely all kinds of controls for this rig, which I'm incredibly proud, and I'm going to take you through some of them now so you can see. This video that I'm showing you is going to be on the website on the main page of Nubian. It's 15 minutes and it's been sped up because Emilio spent a good 30 minutes not only giving you guys like a breakdown of what it takes for you guys to install Nubian, which is actually quite straightforward, but also there's a bunch of different options for the rig. So you not only do you have a picker, but this picker has so much information and so many options for you guys to work within. You can actually pick your characters. We have like a making the controllers disappear, and actually they appear on hover, which is going to be a little bit later here. You get all the weapons rigged. All the weapons can also snap to specific points in the character. The face is very well rigged and very detailed. Once again, you can do a lot with his face just to make sure that you have fun with your facial animations. And then we have the hair as well, which can be physics or can be animated depending on what you guys want. We have a breathing controller as well. For the arms and hands, we have an FK and IK, which is standard, but we also have this controller where allows you to actually automatically pose the hands as you go, which I think is really, really nice. Something else that you have here is the cloak. The cloak is not only being rigged so you can animate it by hand, but also you can basically add physics to the cloak if you like. So the dynamics kind of work as you animate it, which I think is really awesome. But also I made Emilio's life and my life more difficult because the cloak is only on one side, is covering one arm. So it's not easy, and you're going to have to actually work with the dynamics here. But I do think that it makes the character look really, really cool, which is really awesome. So you can see here the cloak working with dynamics. See here that he has like collisions with the arms as well. And then on top of all that, you have other things such as jets. Now the jetpack has jets, which is great. It's basically meant to actually work as you want. You can get them to actually shoot at different rates as well. It's really cool. Weapon, same thing. Everything is rigged on the weapons. You should have also kind of like contact points so you can attach the left hand to the weapon as you go through it as well. You can attach the weapon to the little arm that you have on the back, so you can basically make sure that that arm kind of gives you the weapon or shoots for you, can be automated. You can do a bunch of stuff. And even the small pistol also has a rig. You have lasers because this is the future, so it shoots lasers. And you can see here how we actually put the shot together for this video that is on my YouTube right now called Move In, which is basically based off this motion capture camera. That's basically Nubian in a nutshell. Go and check out the video, go and check out the page. We'll put all the features on the page to make sure that you actually have a comprehensive view on what the Nubian actually has. And on top of all that, Emilio added an automatic lighting set that you can see here, where you can actually get super amazing lighting that Emilio used on his scenes, so you can have it for yourself. Now, Nubian is going to be available on our website for $5, and the reason why I'm putting a $5 mark on it is because of what I mentioned in my previous videos about supporting the artists, supporting the website, and making sure that anybody that truly wants Nubian can actually have their hands on the high quality rig that is gone above and beyond even what we expected as well. Go and check out Nubian if you can, and let us know what you think. Now, the second thing that I want to actually announce here is Animworks Keyframe. Now, I announced last Tuesday that Animworks Keyframe is now open for beta, and now we have about 30 to 40 people joining us in the beta to actually give us feedback and using and abusing Keyframe, which is great. The feedback has been pouring in, which is amazing. Thank you very much to everybody. And I want to give special thanks to two people. Pierrick Picot, fellow YouTuber that has been giving me a bunch of feedback on Keyframe, and I'm really psyched to actually hear more of what he has to say. And also Tommaso Scaravetti, that we've been talking over LinkedIn, and he's also been giving me super valuable feedback on Keyframe, and I've been iterating quite fast, and we have quite a few features to actually show you. Now, when it comes to Keyframe, here we are yet again, and here's the updates. Now we have little folders now for your project. So when you click a folder, you can actually open the files within the folder, and then if you click it again, you go in. But before I go in, I want to show you guys this recording sessions section here on the bottom. And on the recording sessions, you can now, when you go into a video and can record it either by yourself or with others, it will show up here. And if you click on it, you can actually see the recording here. We can also download it if you want to. I'm going to clear this up to make sure that the text is readable, but you can download it as well. Now, if you actually go back to recordings, you can see them all in one place. And if you click Keyframe, you go back to your main tools. And this is basically what recordings look like. Now, when you go to a project and you open it, you can just click on it and see the files just like we had it last time. And we actually can see your boards and your individual files, but you can also see folders within folders, which is this. Now, as usual, you can always browse through the side here if you want to, or you can browse through here, want to give you options. One of the biggest updates that we might not be able to really fully grasp in how awesome it is the uploading and processing speed. Now is way faster. Before, the feedback that we got is that uploading was fast, but then processing was taking a long time, even in short clips. But now long clips and short clips process really fast, and then you're ready to go, right? Now, if you actually go into a file like I have here, you will see a few different things. First, the recording session is here right at the top, and if I click on it, I can record it, and it will change my screen. It will ask you if you actually want your screen recorded. Once again, permissions, very important. But if I actually go ahead and record, I can now draw on this as much as I want. And if I stop this recording, it will go back to that place that I showed you guys before. Now, it will also tell you how long you've been recording for, which is very important. And if I stop the recording, you just know that it's going to get processed. Now, if I go back to my projects, you'll see here that it says encoding, and then it says that it can take a while. Now, what we have done, because we have an account with us, is that instead of you just waiting for this to encode, because it's going to take a little longer than just uploading a file, we will send you an email to say your recording is ready to view, and then you can go ahead and watch the recording, which saves you one step, right, as you go through. So, going back to this video, we now also had another piece of feedback, which was very much about the tools. The tools used to be docked in the same place, no changes. And what we got is that people want to move their tools around. So now what you have is actually the ability of actually moving your tools. As long as it's in the square, you can move your tools anywhere you want. And you can, if you want to put them on top, you can put it on here, whatever you decide, you can put it in and just leave it there. And the same thing here, and you will remember your placement from last time. So it's really, really neat. So you can put your tools anywhere you want, next to each other, whatever you want. Plus, you can minimize them. You can actually minimize them to put them somewhere. We'll change this to actually make sure that it kind of showcases the name of the tool that you minimized. But the idea is that you minimize it, leave it there, and if you want it again, you can just maximize it again, just in case it gets in the way of you actually drawing, which is great. Now, the biggest change of it all, and I'm super proud of this one, is Timesheet. So Timesheet, we on purpose kind of left it a little bit like hidden, but is this feature right here on the right. And this was something that was requested of us because people don't have at the moment a non-destructive way in a web browser to basically change frames, adding frames, remove frames, making things slower, faster, doing it in twos, whatever it is. So now we have Timesheet, and Timesheet gives you this. If I press Timesheet, you will actually see all of these numbers. This is very much all the numbers that you have here. And if I actually move my cursor, you'll see here on the timesheet that light up, that green lit up is very much the range that you are within. Now the ranges are basically broken down into 30 frames a section. And this can change, but this is very much what we thought it was workable because we want to maybe change something within 30 frames. So we basically give you a section that you can work with. Now, when you actually click on the section, what happens is that this section gets highlighted, and then you have two things. Once again, going back to the being non-destructive, is very much that if you press play, you actually press play and it will work the same way as before. Let me just mute this. It will work the same way as before. Nothing has changed here if you press this play. But if you press this one, it will actually loop the section that you have highlighted here, which is those 30 frames that I mentioned before. Now, within these 30 frames, as you are in all these are keyframes. Now, if you want to add 3 frames within this one frame, the only thing you have to do is press the number 3, and you see there that it added 3 frames. Now, if you have a range of frames that you want to add more frames in between, same thing, press 3, and then it adds frames into all those. Now, the reason why we have 2 different play buttons is because this one will play the time change that you have, and this one will play it normally, hence why the non-destructive side of things. So if I play now, you'll see that it goes slow and fast. So it's kind of playing all these frames that are slower as you actually are doing your animations. And this is really important because I think that people want to actually tweak and dabble within the time, especially when I have students or a student asks me about what's wrong with the timing. I like to go, look, if you look at this, like this range here, from 260 to 62 is slightly too fast. What if we were to add 3 frames to this? To add 3 frames in between frames to see how it feels. So now we're gonna play it to see how it feels, right? And now it's kind of playing slightly slower, and that is a good thing because now you can basically go, okay, so this is what you need for your animations to change. Now, what you also can do is actually erase frames or delete frames. So if there's a section that you don't want there, you just press backspace, and those frames go away. Now, a change that you might actually get by the time you get this that is not there currently is the us showcasing when frames have been removed. So we'll add a bar with an X perhaps of how many frames have been removed, but you can see here that the plus are going to be the frames that you added, and then there's going to be a minus in red about the frames that you removed. And then if you actually kind of click back, you get to see that this has been changed and it has plus 17 frames on that range. And you can continue going, so on and so forth. Now we can also change the whole range in one go by clicking the buttons here. And we can add more buttons if you guys want. Please send us feedback. But if you want the whole thing to be on 2s, you just kind of add this. And you can see there that in every single range you added 30 frames. Which means that 1 frame equals now 3, and then you can see the whole thing is slower. If you actually want it to be on 3s, same thing. And I just did that real time so you can understand the speed of Keyframe because it's really, really fast. And if you actually want to reset the whole thing, let's say you made a mistake, or you actually want to see it regularly because you've been going back and forth so much, you just reset it and now you're back in real time. So this is basically what Timesheet gives you, which I think is really, really powerful. You can also still see your notes if you want to on the side, so that hasn't changed yet. And also something else that we added based on the feedback is collapsible playlists. So you can collapse your playlists, you can collapse your comments, and now you have a full player that you can play within, and then you can move your controllers to whatever you want within this box. You can still see your playlists, how many clips you have, you can still see your notes, and if there was any notes here, you can still see how many notes you have within these notes. And this is basically all the updates that we got to over the last week, which I think is pretty fast, and we can keep on going to make sure that this beta of Keyframe is as successful as possible and has as many features as you guys want, because as I mentioned before, and I was not kidding, this player is for us animators, made for animators, and I want to make sure that it has as many tools and features that the animation community wants. Now, as usual, if you actually want to join the beta and be part of this fun, we are allowing people in waves. At the moment, we have about 40 people. Most likely, the first wave might be about 50. Next week, we'll actually allow more people in, maybe another 50, just to make sure that we don't overwhelm the player, because doing transcoding a lot of the time, uploading a bunch of videos and all that stuff is heavy and is expensive as well. And at the moment, because it's free for you guys, we have to pay for it. So we are very conscious of that. However, we really need the feedback. So if you guys want to help us, please join us. And once again, link down below if you want to join the fun. That's all I had for you guys this week. I hope you have fun. And until next week, stay well, stay safe. Peace.